That's what we're doing. Okay.
My eyes hurt.
It's too bright outside. It's too bright. Hi.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Kayfabe Podcast. Of course, I am one of your hosts. I'm the councilman, along here with my other incredible hosts.
I got the government down there.
You sure do. You got your whole government out there. With the people's nightmare is just Deonne today. And also wrestling with Honey, the sweetest oos, my tag team partner. And I can't feel my face. My body hurt. I keep thinking I'm drinking this, and I'm not. Like, why is this bottle still up here? I took a drink and I didn't. Oh, as y'all can see, this is Wrestlemania Hangover edition because I'm not 22 anymore. And this week proved that. Like, I've lost my voice twice. I don't think I've ever lost my voice as a grown ass man. Like ever before. Like, I was sitting out here. Yeah, like I was sitting out here, like talking to my mom, just raspy, like, it was so much fun. I really enjoyed myself over at Wrestlemania. She's like, yeah, I can tell. Don't kick me while I'm down. Don't do that. Sound like fucking Michael Jackson over here. Like, my shoulder.
A little bit.
My shoulder. It's just okay. It hurts so much. Even like when I move it, you see, ow.
See, that's the thing. Like, I've heard people like lose their voice or whatever, but it's a little gravelly too. It's like Batman-ish almost. Mine was never like that. It was straight up Robin, man. Dick Grayson Young with the Robin shoes on, man.
Not Dick Grayson.
And the shorts. Yo, on the real though, Batman ain't shit for letting Robin go out in them shorts because I know he was cold. Man. I know he was cold. So does that mean Robin's a hoe? Because hoes don't get cold.
Okay, stop it.
Hoes don't get cold. That's a real thing.
You're using the Cardi B. I cannot.
Yeah, so
because a hoe never gets cold.
And Robin was out in midnight Gotham, just shorts and knees out. High waters.
No, I would feel a type of way. I'm gonna need that Nightwing. That cat suit.
That thermal cat suit. I know he was warm, man. But yes, Boza, it's glad to have the gang back together after WrestleMania week. Now listen, we're gonna try to keep this on the rails today. We're just shooting the ish. We're recapping everything that transpired from WrestleMania all the way to SmackDown. And look, we only got an hour and a half, so we're gonna make sure that we keep this thing funky fresh. I don't know what I'm talking about. Let's just move into WrestleMania. I don't know why I was segueing in that. I had a TK moment. I'm like, what the fuck am I talking about? I have no idea. But WrestleMania night one. First, I gotta say, where were y'all? Were you home? Were you at a bar? Where were you for WrestleMania night one?
I was right on my couch with Patchu. Got a little smorgasbord set up for me, some chips, some soda, some food, right on the TV. And yeah, it felt nice. It felt nice to watch WrestleMania from my couch this year. Right after work, too.
Were y'all counting $1 million while y'all were watching that too? Just to make sure it was
they're betting on matches against themselves,
Against themselves, yeah.
2 meal.
We don't need prize picks. We are prize picks. How much you want to put on it? Deonne, what about you? Fresh father. Did you get to check it out?
So I actually had a few friends over that we had over last year for it. It was our kid's first Mania. He won't remember a thing about it, but we all wore
Mania.
We all wore our George through 16 shirts for my dad for night one. It's a tradition now. We wear that on night one.
I love that.
But we hung out here. He cried a little bit. He pretty much watched the show. I watched the show with him in my arms pretty much the whole night. And just tuck it easy, man. Ordered some pizzas from down the street and did it like that. Sunday night was just me, wife, and the kids, and watched it till we fell asleep. That was about it, man. No, nothing extravagant over here this year.
Well, that makes only the two of y'all.
Yeah. That's why I said nothing extravagant over here.
I was out here in these streets, these Vegas streets.
Mhm.
Now I did not go to the show of shows because I was not paying $300 to sit in nosebleeds. You could kiss the end part of my left testicle. I'm not giving you money for that. No. But I found a caveat for it. I was at the Palms Casino and they were having Slam Fest and Mojo Riley was throwing this. And they had a massive ass screen in the pool area for us to watch WrestleMania. And it was so much fun. Like night one, you had like Mojo Riley there. Willow Nightingale was there. MVP,
Nice.
Shelton Benjamin, Bobby Lashley, Ric Flair was there. Like, yo, just to let y'all know how surreal it was to be there night two and like probably 2 feet away from Ric Flair as John Cena captured 17.
Wow.
And to see his face, like when this happened, I was like, yo, I get people like in the stadium being there when it happened, but I'm like, yo,
you were there with the man.
The man, like, yo,
who made the record.
And I'm just sitting here, and it's crazy that 17 people are watching right now. That's even crazier. I'm just sitting here like,
did he tear up at all?
No, like, you know, like
With
the
a
thing is,
tear?
I think he's accepted it already that it was happening and stuff. Also, too, though, it was a little chilly, and I could tell like Flair's ready for bed. Flair's ready to get the fuck out of here.
He just don't want to admit it.
Yeah, he kind of
he'll never admit it.
Yeah, like he looked like he had accepted it and he was okay with it. Like he was just like, yeah, and
I'm sorry to interrupt, but I truly think really quick. I just truly think that he accepted it a long time ago because he did say one of the potential people that should break the record was John Cena.
Yeah, and you can see, like, yeah, like he was happy, like he clapped and stuff like that when it happened. But it was a lot of fun. Like even like night two, like Gigi Dolan was there. Who else? Like Leah James from ACW was also up in there in the building. Mandy Rose was there.
Mandy Rose was there?
Yeah, I wanted to tell her.
Did you tell her to her face that she's
I wanted to say they wouldn't let me get near her like that, which was smart because I had no intention of holding back. I was gonna ask her to follow me.
You're like, what up, Mandy? How you doing? You know you wasn't a double champion though, right?
Will you follow my page, please? At Mandy Rose is not a double champion. I was very close to asking that.
Will, that's so wild that like
funny.
You saw all those people there who aren't with the company anymore, who are with another company, that they come out for Mania weekend. Like it's a thing now. Like it's been a thing for the last 10 years. Like where other independent wrestling organizations are there too. It's their whole week.
Yeah, it was so weird.
It's wild that's that crossover event.
Yeah,
that like you won't see them crossover on the show, but on a random Wednesday night, probably you could see like all of them.
Like watching the Hurt Syndicate watch WrestleMania. It was like,
right,
like that, like watching Willow Nightingale cheer when Bianca Belair, Io, and Rhea are fighting, and it's like, yo, this is crazy. Like even Jasmine Nix was there, and I'm gonna tell y'all, I gotta tell y'all something about Jasmine Nix. I don't want to say it on here and put it out, but I'm gonna tell y'all something I saw behind the scenes, and I was like, very interesting. But it was just like crazy to see like AEW, NXT, former WWE people right there. Oh, AJ Francis was there like all weekend. Like he was so like cool to like me, the mayor.
He's a cool ass dude.
He was so cool and was so much fun being there. But that's where I got to watch it. I was at the Palms, sun out, drinks out, lounging around, just enjoying the show, being with a community too of just watching folks like enjoy everything, telling a lot of drunk people to get the fuck out the way that just wanted to just come like stand in front of you. Like just imagine like I'm the screen and somebody just comes out of nowhere.
No, hell no. No thanks. Oh,
you're off. You turned yourself off.
Yeah, because they knew what I was about to say. I was saying dirty shit just now. I was saying some real dirty stuff right now that it got us in trouble. But because I was upset, I was like, I know you see this big semi truck parked right in front of this screen, and you just gonna come stand in front. That's it. Like I wish I had a water gun. I'd start. Excuse me, can you?
Down in front.
or the spray, or the one for the cats. You know, like
Yeah.
the spray bottle.
Hey,
Get out of here.
Hey, get down from there. Get your ass down from there.
Goddamn. But yeah, so this is how we're gonna break down because we got a lot to discuss. We got WrestleMania Night 1, Night 2, the Raw after Mania, the NXT aftermath, the Stand and Deliver, and then of course the SmackDown after Mania. And again, we got to get Honey out of here by 1 o'clock because she has to go to count her coins. You know, they're doing inventory in the vault, and that's very important on Sunday.
Got to keep that McDuck money coming in, man.
Exactly. They got to make sure the count is still there. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to breeze through a couple of these. I'm going to ask you just what you liked about it, what you didn't like about it, and grade it on a educational scale from A+ to F. And not that rounded shit like a 69 is a C now. We're not doing that. This is
half points.
Yeah, this is 1997 grading. Okay. Where 70 through 79 is a C. 60 through 69 is a D. After that, you fucking failed. You dumbass. Now you got to come retake this test.
Yeah.
You know, for me, 70s were a D.
Were they?
You had a hard school.
Yeah, 70s were a D. 80s were B's. And 90s were
I want you to hear what you just said.
You just skipped C.
I want you to really hear what you just said. 70s
were the
70s were D. Yeah, wait a minute. Okay.
Wait for it.
I'm getting the grading scale. Because A minuses were 90 to 92, and then 93 to 100 were A pluses, I think. D's were 70s. F's were always 60s. And then I think it was like a split for the 80s.
I don't know what backwater Atlanta school you attended.
Oh, it wasn't. Don't put that on Atlanta. Unfortunately, that has to go to Mississippi. So,
that explains it all. Oh, okay. Never mind. You just explained everything. Oh, that's why it was like that.
I'm not gonna no. Okay.
He said absolutely not.
But yeah, now it make all the sense in the world. They didn't care about y'all.
Damn straight they didn't.
70 was a D.
70s were D's.
Well, you know what? I take that back. Maybe they did care to get y'all very strong, so you didn't want to get a D. It was like, no, let me stay in the 80s and 90s, so I'm B's and A's, because Deonne is very smart. So that actually might have been a great thing.
Man, fuck that. In my household, my parents gave me the only side eye if they even saw anything below a B. Like they was not having it.
Yeah, well,
now once my dad said he didn't care what I did in school, I was loose. Out here. I started hustling for my grades, especially when I started having a job. I was like, look here, listen, here's what we can do. I worked
negotiations.
Oh yeah, no, like for my whole senior year, like I did not do no work because I worked at Blockbuster. And
I think that's a lot of us on our senior year.
Yeah, and I know it's very frowned upon, but I used to participate in street pharmaceutical participations, and so what teacher doesn't want a lovely joint and a movie with no late fees? I was the plug for that. On a Friday, you come get 3 DVDs. I done gave you a discount, and you got some of that sticky icky with you. Be like, look, just write B on my grades. Just say I was there. Put a B. That's how humble I am. I ain't saying A. I ain't trying to get in trouble. Like, look, B minus. Just hit me with a B minus. We good. Average that shit out. Because wasn't nobody checking for no damn progress report. My mom and dad didn't care. My mom had to go to work.
Not even the mid
progress reports. Man, listen, I got caught a couple of times trying to forge my parents' signature on the fucking progress report.
I was a square, man. I only had
in the beginning I was a square, but when I got towards high school and shit, I was like,
senior year I had 3 classes I took. I was done before I was done at lunch, and I was like, you know what? I never ran track, so I ran track my senior year and just worked out like from like noon to 3. So that's what I did my last year.
See, this is why Deonne got a robe and a house, because he did right. He did right. He did everything right.
Everybody
I always
has
wanted to
their
run
own
track, and
right,
I never
though.
had time
Everybody
to.
has their own right. It's just a different path.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I'm out here still second guessing how the fuck I'm alive, living out here by myself.
You had a long week.
So, I did, and I
You made
realized.
it.
Yeah,
had
and
a
I
very
also
long week.
realized I did, and I realized my baking soda is expired in my refrigerator.
We just got fresh baking soda yesterday.
You see, if you men, if you heard if you men think you surviving without women, you're fucking mistaken.
I'm sorry, I took us off the rails with the grading system. Wrestlemania.
I'm just letting people know, men, we will die if women are not here. It is gonna be over. Hug your wife, hug your girlfriend, or your side chick, whichever one you're with at this current time. Well, let's start it off. Night one, we kicked it off. It was Yeetamania. Jey Uso wins the World Heavyweight Championship by submission.
Interesting.
To the ring general. Deonne, I'm gonna start with you first. Give me the good about this. Give me the potential bad about this, and what do you grade it?
The good about it was just that energy in the building that you saw when Jay came out. Like the gear was flawless. It was gold in the yeets. Like that, he's winning this by far. I thought the match was really good. The bad or problematic, the Gunther tapping out, like that came out of nowhere. Like not even like a fight to like hang on. He just straight up tapped out, which I get storyline purposes too. It works with him bloodying up Big Jim and choking him, but that came out of nowhere. Didn't expect that. What was the third one again?
What do you grade it from A to F? What do you grade it?
I mean, for crowning the first champion, first match of WrestleMania night one, I mean, I give it a solid B for me. I enjoyed it. The finish just got me. It came out. Finishes this year came out of nowhere. It felt like for a lot of these matches, and this was the first one to start off with Gunther tapping. I didn't see that coming. I saw spear splash, 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 cover. Didn't see the choke coming after that though.
Yeah. All right, honey. The good. I like the way Deonne said it, so now I'm gonna use that. Give me the good. Give me your problematic of the match, and what do you grade it?
I'm pretty much on the same boat as Deonne. I think I'm just gonna agree and go for a B on it, only because of the finish. I didn't think that Gunther was a tap dancer, but he tapped, and it honestly happened without struggle. Like I was expecting more to happen with that. I was expecting the match to be a little longer too. For some reason, I just felt like there could have been some more drama that came with it. But I give it a solid B. I would give it a whole A if it was like, top notch with the way the finish was. But Jey Uso won his first singles championship, man. Like, and that's just something that needs to be celebrated. Another one of the bloodline, another one for the books. Making history, following the footsteps of his father, or like his family members and things like that. Like, so I just think this is really, really, really cool for Jay, and it was unexpected the fact that they started it like this. I was shocked. I was like, oh, so we're starting off the night with Yeet Mania. So what the hell does that mean for later?
Yeah.
B.
Okay. Yeah. The good about it, Jay got to get crowned World Heavyweight Champion. Everyone had their Yeet moment. Walking down the ring, walking down from the stadium, I thought was also kind of cool. Was dope and everything. The problematic part is that he walked down from the stadium, and at the beginning of WrestleMania was 30 fucking minutes of intro. Just saying, because Chelsea Green could have had a match that night. But anyway,
you know what? And I meant to say something about that too. I was gonna be like, if you're crowded this man, like, why not have him come out down that long ramp?
I get it though. He's with the people. He's been doing it with them. He wants to share that moment with them, and they want the shot. Like they want the shot of him down there and having everybody eat with him. I get it. The other problematic thing I had about it is he proved exactly what I've been saying this entire time, and it's going to be very interesting in his champion. That man has 3 moves, and the entire match, all he did was copy Gunther. And I'm like,
I was waiting for it.
all right, so we not gonna talk about how he's doing Gunther's whole move set. And if there's no follow-up to this, it's like, so is he just gonna jack people's moves when he faces them? Like, is that his repertoire? I was like, yo, this is wild. Like, bro, you have no move set. You are 3 move Uso.
I mean,
super kick, Uso splash, and the spear.
But let's think about just he's not the first, okay, and he won't be the last either.
Nope. Nope.
But the thing is that what got him to this point here is not his matches really. It's been his storyline, it's been his personality, it's been his crowd reaction. Impact. He's had a rocket strapped on his back, like since he's been solo now for like a year.
Yeah,
it was a crowning of something. Yeah, it was an undeniable crowning, essentially. Like, we knew he was going to get to this point. We got him this point. Now let's see what he does with it. Like, not many technical wrestling savants have been champion.
Well, they ain't got to be technical though, but it's like,
I know a couple.
You got to be able to put on. We're not going to go down that rabbit hole. We're not going to get on.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying.
Like, get you out here at 1:00.
But his stories, his storylines are going to carry him because it's been carrying him from the.
But what happens? But what happens when you run into somebody where the story don't carry, and the ring capability of the match is going to be what's needed?
Right.
That's the thing I'm concerned about him running into, because let's say he goes up against a Braun Breaker again. Braun Breaker don't talk like that. So the match got to be fire. What's going to happen? You going to start stealing Braun Breaker's moves? You going to do a Frankensteiner from the top rope? That's why it's just, again, I'm not blaming Jey Uso, but it's just like, yo, y'all really need to allow him to get his singles bag a little bit better as far as maneuvers go in the ring if we're finna see this man as champion for 2025, because this is the official like kickoff for TKO. Like, WrestleMania 40 was great because that was the end of the Vince era, but this is now we in full-fledged TKO mode. So that's just one of my concerns. But I'm like with y'all, I give it a solid B. It was a great way to kick off WrestleMania, especially night one, especially the way it ended. It was a great way to kick it off. Now, again, we're not going through all the matches. We kind of just going through the highlights of the big moments. The New Day.
The new day.
The new day. 13-time tag team champions. Now, Deonne, again, I'm going to start with you. Good, the problematic, and what do you grade the match?
I had fun with this one. This one was fun. Like, the New Day's new persona is great. Like, the whole dark unicorn stuff is dope. The gear was like it. It's still New Day, but they're taking like dark comics now. Like, we had like the golden age of comics with them at the beginning. Yeah. Now we're like in the 90s where everything's just so grungy. Superman with long hair, that kind of stuff. This was fun. The great part about this was that they won the tag team championships. They made this dramatic turn with New Day that I never thought they'd make, to turn them heels, like full-on heels. And then they crown them at Mania, so that paid off. Problematic, and I see no problems here. They have great matches with the War Raiders. They have great matches with everybody in that tag team division. Raw's tag team division just got a big upgrade because they're champions now too. The grading, I enjoyed it. I'm giving it an A. I'm an easy grader on this. You give me a good tag team, then you give me the New Day 2 winning. Kofi with no mustache, yes, A+.
Yeah, I'm in the same ballpark. Just an enjoyable match. Glad to see them get 13. Like, I have no notes for this. Like, they checked off all the boxes you needed for a tag team, and I'm giving it A just because of the fact that they are now 13-time tag team champions. Keep winning. And to Deon's point, I think it just makes the roster for the tag team division even better, especially what we got after SmackDown this past Friday, which we will get into. But honey, your thoughts and what do you grade this?
Definitely a plus plus because anything that would have to do with the New Day, they can't go wrong, especially with this route that they're taking and the transition that they've made into becoming the heels that they are now. So it kind of gives it like a little fresh new feel for this title reign, because this is kind of like this is a New Day we haven't seen before, but with titles. So now I'm really interested and invested to see how far they take it, how much they're going to shit on all over the people and all the other tag teams when they come on Monday and just start, getting booed and everything like that and getting their point across. But it felt like it was Kofi Mania, but for tag team, you know what I mean? But for both of them, like they both deserve it. They're both veterans. And, yeah, and it was the War Raiders. War Raiders can't go wrong either. They're always really great when it comes to kind of like how you say, Councilman, with the Miz effect. Like they're always the War Raiders are that reliable team that can help you get that rub or be able to put on that good match, phenomenal match. And mind you, War Raiders being as different a different stature than the New Day, it actually worked. I feel like their chemistry in the ring was actually really perfect, and
they shouldn't be able to move the way they move. Honestly.
No, Ivar, man, Ivar's moonsaults and cartwheels are sometimes a thing of beauty. There's sometimes where it's like, wait, you shouldn't have done that there, but
sometimes it'd be okay, so like, flawless.
That big boy move. But you know what? It's a beautiful thing, and I think both tag teams put on a great show. So A for this one.
Yeah. Now, just one quick thought before we go into the next match. I wanted to know how were your thoughts, because I definitely see you over here, Boza. What were your thoughts about the new look of the ramp with VIP sections now?
Can I go first?
Yeah.
I hated it. Like I love the stage. Stage looks amazing. But the people, for me, it's one of those things where like y'all ain't supposed to be here. Like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like when you see wrestlers come out, like, yeah, it's great to have them like down the line, down the ramp, perfect. But that main stage should be for like them, the pageantry of it. It took away from it for me because your fireworks are moved up to the very top. There's not much you could do within that section because you had people there. But I do understand, like, okay, here's the opportunity to make a little bit more with VIP, give you more access to it. I get it, but from me just watching it, I didn't enjoy like when the camera came around and people were there for like Roman's entrance or Seth's entrance, or it just, I don't know. I hope it doesn't become a thing because I love the stage. I just felt like that took away from it a little bit for me.
I think it may have been with the Vegas theme. I'm with you. I though I wasn't feeling it. I think this is one of those examples of like TKO like trying to squeeze every dollar they can out of it, which again I understand, especially with
understandable,
I get it. You're trying to make that money back, but it was very like it was problematic for WrestleMania in general. One, you sold the stage, and it wasn't even like just for like VIP people. Like Minute Maid had it, Coca-Cola had it, and they were like promoting Minute Maid while they were up there. It was a sponsor section. Then even having the people at the top where the building display is, it was like it seemed cool, but then like you said, it took away from the performances, and you can tell because no one had a fantastic intro this year. Besides Jay coming out with the flags, that was it. Like everybody, like the biggest thing was like pulling up in a car, and I'm like, okay, where the showgirls? Like where the pageantry? Like but you don't have no room for that.
I think the only
got all these people here.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
Oh, yeah, that's all good. But you got all these people here. But
yeah, I think the only one that stands out is like Tiffany's, the Barbie boxes.
But even too, she's right there. Like I would have loved it to where it was a whole line of them instead of just 3 boxes. That shit filled a whole stage up with a shitload of different Tiffany's. That way you didn't know which one was really her. But because you got all these people there, and it was the same thing with the crowd. It was like, yo, I noticed the people around the ring outside a green shirt guy. I'm like, yo, y'all not like hardcore fans. y'all are sports fans, because the way that they were cheering sucked on night one. I was like, yo, y'all not giving nobody anything right now. There's no pop to this.
Mhm.
Like, what is happening? Like all of them were just like this.
But see, that
Oh God, it's annoying. Like, what's the point of getting those seats up front if you're gonna sit there and record? Watch the shit. That
that's
pisses
the
me
thing.
off.
But that's the thing. Like, there's a few other front row people that stand out. There's one. I mean, I call her Auntie, the black lady that's there every pay-per-view. I call her Auntie. We don't know her name, obviously, but I'm like, she enjoys it every time.
Oh, she's always in the front. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like there was another woman that was just losing her mind front. But I hope it doesn't come to a point where it's like the Super Bowl, where like your actual fans get, priced out from actually being able to sit in those seats or enjoy those seats or enjoy the show for all that matter, man. But I get the money part of it, but this stage just did not. Adding the people just didn't work.
I thought the stage was it looks beautiful. I think it looks beautiful, but I just don't think it screams Vegas to me. I felt like with the way they had like their pictures up when they put up like the graphics on social media, like with the cards or like the blackjack table, I felt like this stage set should have been a slot machine.
Well,
it's like a hotel, right? Like a Vegas hotel.
It's a Vegas hotel. And I found out the reason why they didn't do that was because they didn't want the comparison to Double or Nothing.
Got it.
That's why they didn't go full out.
Well, at least the cards and a blackjack table or something like that, or put, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like that would have been more appropriate. But I mean, this doesn't really necessarily scream Vegas to me, but it is a beautiful stage. It is a
perfect reason. I didn't think about the Double or Nothing thing. That's a good reason.
Yeah. And I'm not to like, if you think, like, to be honest though, this is what most casinos look like now though in Vegas.
From the outside.
Yeah, like they're not like extravagant like the Excalibur or like Circus anymore. Like they're just starting to look like big major buildings. Yeah, and the inside of them is where it's like, oh, this looks dope. So it's just like, I get it. Bootlegging WrestleMania. Somebody did it. I know someone did it. But all right, let's jump back into the next match.
I wasn't mad about this one. I know my pick was LA Knight, but I wasn't mad at this one at all, man.
I told you what was gonna happen.
We knew this, Deonne. You knew we all knew.
It's Vegas, baby. I was gambling.
Yeah. You know what? Win some, lose some. You learn your lesson.
Lose some, yeah. But this one, no notes.
None.
No notes.
Zero.
This is an A. This is an A+, bro.
And everybody knows
BFT from the top rope. I was like, yo, even if LA Knight losing, he ain't lose. I was like, yo.
People underestimate the athleticism of LA Knight. And I like, I always say this. I don't like to put ageism or age on anybody, but not for nothing. The guy moves like a stud. Okay. To be able to hop off onto the third rope to then grab someone to suplex them. Like, come on, dog. Like, you wouldn't think that somebody like him could pull something like that off.
He still makes me those spots still make me nervous for
they do because he wobbles a little bit, but he catches it.
Yeah, as soon as you see that, I'm like, oh. But the thing is, he found a perfect middle between a Ricochet and the Miz.
Yes,
like it's like, yo, like I know I could go for these crazy things, but also too, man, like I already know, man, I'm not young. I'm not at 12 o'clock in my career right now. Like, we at 1:30 right now. And I gotta preserve what I need to in here. But man, to see a second Samoan win a title on night one was just, I was like, yo.
I said it all in my stories. I reacted to this instantly. I said, so we crowning Samoans tonight? That's what we're doing? All right.
The Anawahi family won WrestleMania.
Yeah. Everyone, even Roman, you lost, but you won. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's no losing in this family at all. None. They're destined for greatness. They are destined for greatness. And Jacob is already doing a bang up job, but we'll get into that later.
Yeah.
No notes for you.
No notes.
Yeah. I think all of us agree. A+ all the way for this one, man. Congratulations to Jacob Fatu, man, U.S. champ. And we're going to talk about that in SmackDown because I saw something very important and strategic that they've done, and I'm liking what they're doing with SmackDown. SmackDown got really ahead this past Friday, and we're going to get into it. But, yo, Let's talk about it.
Was better
Business,
than expected. for me.
business was handled, and my God, what a match! My God, what a match! These women went at it. It was so good. And Tiffany,
Hey,
girl,
Extra
just,
credit.
I just love that. I just love that she's not booked like the way Vince or the previous bookers would book her. She is a tough chick and she's not scared of nothing. And she's willing to defend her title and put herself on the line. And Charlotte, thank you. You did business. Thank you. You showed us that, not that you need to prove that to us anyway, because you could pretty much wipe your ass without our opinions. I get it. But at the end of the day, girl, you did good business, and what you did was the right thing. And we were hoping for that. We were just a little worried, just a little concerned. So
No, I'm not too.
if you were working it, you did good, because you had us convinced that you were not going to go to business for Tiff.
Yeah. No, I'm not too. She chipped that tooth. No, let's make sure that record show. Oh, that tooth got chipped. But luckily,
according to her, she said her tooth was never messed up.
She is.
It's hard to not.
That's what she said. That's what Tiff said. I saw it on Twitter. Like I saw somebody posted from Twitter or whatever. But no, I don't know.
They fixed it right then and there. That's what that shit was. Because if you think about it, she had enough time for it to get put back on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I ain't gonna go into full detail on live, but like we'll talk about it. But yes, that tooth got chipped. But it showed. I think it was a great display. I give this an A+, just because it put Tiffany in the stratosphere that they want her to be. As far as like, yo, not only is she pretty, not only is she girly, not only is she the buff Barbie, but she showed you like, I can get down, I'm willing to get down, and this is why they gave me that title. And I'm so glad that Charlotte Flair shut us all the fuck up and was like, no, I got this.
And I'm happy about it.
Me too.
I'm so happy about it.
Yeah. This was probably like match of the night for me that night, outside of like the triple threat. This was the one that I was like, wow, like y'all really did y'all thing on here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What would you give it a grade for, Deonne?
Oh, I mean, again, I enjoy Wrestlemania. This one was an A for me because it was a surprise A. It was like, hey, I didn't study, but somehow I made an A. Because I don't think we were, I'll say personally, this wasn't on my one that I was like looking forward to.
I was there with you.
I was worried. I was nervous.
I was worried.
Yeah.
I was very concerned.
So when we saw down and we like just, I guess, trusted the process, we saw what happened. And now we're coming out of this after a week after. We'll talk about SmackDown, but here comes Tiffany's run.
Yeah.
But I have a quick question. This is random. I don't want to go too crazy off of it. But when Tiffy and Becky fought for the title in NXT, who won that?
Becky did.
Becky, okay.
Yeah, and then she won it back. She beat her too.
Tiffany won it back.
Yeah. She had no mercy. Yeah.
Okay, so Tiffany has beaten 3 horsewomen. Got it. Just saying.
Yep. Yeah, she has. Yeah, she has. Now on to the main event. Seth Rollins.
Let's don't and say we did. How about that?
No, we talking about this. This how I knew it was happening. When he came out with that blowtorch, I was like, yo, Seth Rollins is winning. Seth Rollins is winning this match.
First of all, King Choi, you stress me out. He's the one of the geniuses behind Seth Rollins' many crazy looks, and I love them. I'm obsessed with them. The whole contrast of the storytelling with the black and white, black and flames burning shit down, and then you turn white and your shades are a crown of thorns. My guy.
Speaking of which, shout out to Troy, because we met him.
He's awesome. Really?
He's awesome.
And the mayor is great friends with him now. So much that he invited the mayor to come to his suite at WrestleMania. Now he thought the mayor was there already, and he had told him, like, yo, come up to the suite. Come on up. He's so cool, though.
He is really down to earth.
Yeah, he is so cool. Like, we met him at Big E's brunch. Well, technically, again, these are some things I have to talk to y'all.
That's why I saw him at it last year.
Yeah, they had another
Big
one.
Brunch was fun though, right?
Yeah, it wasn't the official Big E brunch this year. But again, I'll get into those details off air. But he was there, and we got to meet him. And like we said, like, he's a real cool and humble, chill guy. But I just want to know from y'all. Are you happy with the results of this match and how it ended? Yes or no? Deonne, I'll start with you.
Yes.
Yeah, do that.
100 times yes. This, we all had this inkling that, okay, he might go, like, they might join up. But the way they put it together was so masterful. Like, Paul coming down happy with CM Punk. Roman looking to pass the Ulafala to somebody, and nobody is beside him. Not his wise man, not his bloodline, nobody.
Nope.
So you kind of was wild. Like, you kind of felt bad for him, but like, Roman, you've been an asshole, please pardon the language, for a while. So you kind of deserve this, man. But then, but then throughout the match, you see like one of the best triple threats I've seen, especially for a WrestleMania level type of triple threat too. So good. The ending was perfect. We got the chair. Who's he gonna pass it to? Pass it to CM Punk. You look at the face on Roman. Low blow comes. You look at the face. Roman needs to go act like full time after this, like, because his storytelling through the ring, in the ring, has been great.
His facial expressions, like,
but it was that moment where Seth was getting up and Heyman was still in the ring. I was like, oh, it's coming. Oh, it's coming. Oh, it's coming. And he laid a low blow on Roman to the point where you're like, he hung in there with it. Like he was there for a while.
like, Paul, what are you doing, dog? Like, it's just boop, and then you're done.
Now to see Seth Rollins, essentially, I came out of the night saying, is he a heel now? Because I'm like, was that a heelish turn for him? I wasn't convinced until Monday, but we'll talk about it. But I thought this ending was great, man. For a night one, a double screw job out of this, man. It was so good. So
Yeah.
And I know we talked about the stage earlier. Roman's entrance with the pictures of his family on the boards coming was amazing. I
noticed that The Rock wasn't on there.
I said that too. I said that at Mania to the mayor. I was like, I noticed he didn't have a Rock.
It was so good. Peter Maivia was on there. The Wild Samoans. It was so good. So good.
Rikishi. Yep, all of them. But what would you rate? What would you grade it?
A+. I enjoyed it from start to finish, man. From the entrance to this moment, I was in it.
Yeah, I give it an A+ simply when you figure out that, oh, this wasn't about the three of them. This was about Paul Heyman. That's what this match was. This had nothing to do with the three of them. This is about Paul Heyman. And I was like, wow, when you start to see that story, none of these cats would be here if it wasn't for him. Like CM Punk forming the Shield. You wouldn't have that without Paul Heyman pushing CM Punk to be here. None of this would be capable of him. And then just to see like, yo, this is your story, to see like what they've done to you. Because again, if you think about it, in Paul Heyman's eyes, CM Punk abandoned me for 9 years.
Yeah.
Like he left. Roman treated me like garbage and took things out on me for no reason after I helped uplift you. And again, Paul Heyman is a heel. And we hadn't seen heel Heyman in years.
Paul E. Dangerously.
Ooh, we'll talk about that when we get to Monday. I got thoughts.
Yeah. So this made all the sense to me. But honey, real quick, your thoughts and what do you grade it? I give it an A+.
My heart breaks for my tribal chief, but I have to give this match an A+ because it was very well done. The storytelling was there, the drama was there. Not for nothing. Like you said, this has nothing to do with the three of them. This has everything to do with Paul Heyman. And people have said it numerous times. Even Michael Cole just said it on the Pat McAfee show. Boss Lady has said it numerous times on WWT Live when talking about Paul Heyman's performances since being a part of this bloodline. Damn it. Give this man some kind of an award or TV award or act like something.
He definitely needed
something. He should get, you know what? Just give him all the awards, all the categories, everything. Okay. Write, produce, act, all of it. Because Paul Heyman is literally wrestling royalty. Like he must be protected at all costs. He is the gatekeeper to a lot of shit that has gone down in this business since he was 15 years old. And this man is still doing it. Still doing it. Look at him right there with Seth Rollins. The drama of him being able to being pissed off and holding so much resentment towards Roman with that low blow, but then, you know, crying while doing it to CM Punk. It's like he was completely conflicted with all these emotions. And you know what? He's finally found some relief and he's found a savior in Seth Rollins. So for all of that, simply for storytelling purposes, I have to give this shit an A. And it was a great way to end the night. It was something that we definitely had inklings about. And I'm really, really worried about my tribal chief. He's going to snap.
Now, Boza, this is what I gotta agree. I got
CM Punk, screw you, because you shouldn't have been flaunting Heyman around like that, because that's what you get.
I gotta disagree with you on this, Boza. You got to remember though, bro. Like Paul Heyman is the architect that built these things. You wouldn't have a tribal chief without Paul Heyman. You wouldn't have the voice of the voices without Paul Heyman. Hell, you wouldn't have Stone Cold Steve Austin.
It just doesn't hit the same.
Mm-hmm.
Take him out of the timeline, and it's weird.
If anybody deserves a story centered around them, that's a manager, it is Paul Heyman. And that's why this triple threat happened. Now, did I originally agree with it? Did I still think it was a sort of weak feud? Yes. But when you see who it was about, it was like, oh, all of this makes sense now. And I'm not mad at it. But we have 50 minutes until we have to get Honey out here. So we still got 4 shows to go.
Good grief. Let's run through it. We can do
it. We're gonna run
three more.
EO, no, we still got night 2.
Oh,
still got night 2, Raw, NXT, and SmackDown. EO Sky put on one hell of a performance. First Japanese woman to win at WrestleMania and hold her title against Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley. I'm gonna rip the Band-Aid off first. Y'all ain't shit for booing Bianca Belair.
Yeah, why y'all doing that?
So here's the thing. And I'm finna say this out loud, and I don't really care what it does. And I do apologize to my host because I'm not finna go in, but I'm gonna say it simply like this. In triple threats, you need an antagonist. I'm not gonna say villain. I'm gonna say an antagonist in this story. Seth Rollins was the antagonist in this story for the triple threat match between CM Punk and Roman. When you get to here, you have 3 people who you do cheer for. I said, the only thing that I did not like about this is you're booing Bianca because she's finally being herself and not acting black. She's just being a black woman. So she's not apologetic for, and she's confident. Instead of y'all going, oh, she's being cocky now. No, she's being confident.
She, first of all, she's always been this confident. I don't know where
no. She's been confident, but she's had to be pageant confident. She's had to be very strategic with what she says. She has to present herself. She's had to be Wayne Brady. She's had to play Wayne Brady majority of her career when it came to this, and she was a face. Now, because she just gets to be her, there's certain little things of just like, oh, I don't like that you responded to her like this. I don't like that that's how you're responding to EO. You're acting like, we don't like that now.
And not for nothing, those are people who didn't watch her from the beginning. Those are people who didn't watch her work. Go to NXT Black and Gold when the EST arrived, and you let me know how it was and if she's changed or what. That's like, get out of here. She's always. But
that's why we have those issues like we've talked about when it comes to black wrestlers. You know how to create a black character. You have no idea what it's like to be a black person in this world and to be able to do it to where it doesn't lead to it being problematic for your dollar. So instead, you go and let Rhea get cheered for, which again showed her white privilege with the simple fact of, didn't you lose? Didn't you also get a rematch when we're not doing rematches no more in this era? And then you get a third time, and then when we get to
just inserted yourself in the match, you just write your name on the contract and you're in it.
So it's very amusing when you get to see that it's like, yo, I like that you get to be yourself, Bianca. Be yourself, and we're seeing what happens. But if you notice about it, you notice how every one of the now people who are acting themselves and not acting black, you notice all of them are heels now, or in a heelish type of way. The only one that isn't is Jade, and Jade might get switched over real quick if she starts when she go out to Tiffy. But if you notice, Carmelo, New Day, Bianca. All of them started just acting themselves. Naomi. All of them started acting themselves. And now look at their heels.
Street Profits.
Interesting.
That's saying. Very, very interesting.
Just throwing it out there. But again, don't want to go too down the road. But Unfortunately, Bianca did suffer an injury. She had a few broken fingers. I don't think she's out as far as like being seen on TV, but we know she won't be on some matches. But I want to know from y'all, kicking off WrestleMania 2, night 2 with this match, what do you grade it as far as the opener and the triple threat match itself?
Well, I loved it as an opener. Oh, go ahead, honey. I went first last time.
I'm sorry. I was gonna say I'm just gonna give it a B because of simply just the crowd. Y'all booed Bianca.
Damn.
I'm giving it a B just because of the crowd. Y'all should know better. Congrats to EO, and I'm not taking nothing away from EO. EO has had one of the best years in wrestling the last year, and she continues to be a true workhorse. So I'm glad she went in as champ and came out as champ, and that's never been done before by a Japanese woman. So shout outs to her, making history with that. And I wanted Bianca to win, but I was hoping for EO to take it because I was just like, it better not go the way that I think it's gonna go. I was really pushing for an EST to get that back at WrestleMania again, but that's fine. That's fine. B.
I love Bianca, but I did not want to see EO's reign in. But I give it an A- just for the simple fact Rhea should have took that pin and not Bianca. I don't care what nobody says. Rhea should have took that pin. She easily could have got pinned. So I don't know if that was just EO grabbing somebody and ending it, but Rhea should have took that pin for inserting herself.
This is a side note, but Pachu was clocking Deonne because he said asshole. I didn't even think of it. So I'm like,
we just gonna start finding all the clips where you cuss and just put them together.
I apologized after it.
Exactly. With the apology, I apologize. Deonne, what do you grade this triple threat match?
It was fun, man. I enjoyed it. The boos were very uncharacteristic for some reason, but it almost like she turned them a little bit during the match, but not enough to get those full cheers like she used to get. I thought it was fun. It was a really cool finish. Didn't enjoy Bianca taking the pin either, because I felt like Rhea inserting herself into it should have taken it. Bianca earned her right there. She won Elimination Chamber. She was supposed to be there. I'm
gonna need Bianca to just go off on Rhea because you ruined it. You ruined it.
Hopefully we get some down the line with them, but for this one, I'm with Will on this one. I'll give it A- because it was a fun match. Turn the sound off and just watch it without the crowd. It's still a fun match to watch. So yeah, A- for me. EO coming in and it looks like they're strapping the Rocketeer back fully after Monday night too. So we'll see.
I do love when they open with the women. I do love that.
Rose robe that she made herself, stepdaughter at the top of the
because she was literally showing she was a rose out of concrete. You saw her journey. You saw the shit
she got her kids up there. Y'all booing her. Y'all can kiss my ass.
Dead wrong. That's why y'all get a B. Y'all
don't ever tell me that we are equally here in this country because WWE consistently shows it. So we had a tag match. Becky Lynch made her return. The second best horsewoman decides that she's gonna knock off the first best horsewoman, and we're gonna have a whole good 30-45 minutes talking about that on another episode, how we are just how we are disrespecting the best horsewoman in Bayley. Because don't get me wrong, glad to see Becky Lynch back. Why was it here though? We found out on Raw, but I still don't like that it happened. But Becky Lynch returned to team up with Lyra Valkyria against Raquel and Liv for the titles, and they won the titles here. We haven't got to Raw yet, but stay here with me. Your thoughts on this match, and what would you grade it? Let's quickly go through this one. Honey, I'll start with you.
I was not surprised. This is something Lyra needed because nobody was really invested, and the crowd isn't really clicking with her. I'm not sure how far that's going to go due to the results of Raw, but we're going to stay here. Cool to have the man back. Not sure if I wanted her back in this capacity though. Not sure if I wanted this for her, but
okay. What would you grade it?
Yeah, it's gonna be like either a C plus or B minus, one of those two. Like I think it was what it was. It was what it was supposed to be, but it was just more so about getting Becky back. Like there wasn't and putting Lyra over because there's nobody else who's willing to do it except Becky. It's no shade. It's no shade, y'all. I'm sorry, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, Deonne.
This was an F for me.
Mm.
I hated everything about this. When Bailey went down, I was
with the red lettering and the circle around it.
As soon as it's like an F, get this signed by your parents and bring it back. I didn't like this at all. Like Bailey being taken out of it, I hated that. We've had discussions about how we love Bailey here. Her being pulled was the worst thing ever. And after seeing like the aftermath of this, of why we could have done it somewhere else. Even the stuff we thought about on our predictions about this would have been a better.
Yes,
would have been a better like.
We fantasy booked this match.
Fantasy booked this a lot better than what happened, and the fact that Becky chose this match to come back and do this it sucked for me because I like Monday. Becky too. Yeah, I like Becky too, but Bailey, she's been there, man. But like hook or crook every week, she's there, and I know how much I love Bailey. I hated this part. I hated it. I really did. It was unfortunate.
It's a D plus for me. I don't. This was a waste of a match. Again, we could have had the U.S. women's title on the line here. Like this was nothing but just for a cheap pop, and that's what you got. Like one, I don't think Lyra should have been in this match. I don't think she needed to be going for Lyra 2 belts.
Because she needed to know how to run her own reign that she has already. Like
I don't think none of it was necessary. I don't think it was necessary to take the titles off of Liv here and give them a WrestleMania loss just so you can have Becky and the Bird Lady standing tall. Like she should have either been defending her title or nothing at all. And that was it. Like it's definitely a see me after class on the top of the paper. I wasn't feeling this match in the beginning, and I wasn't feeling like that was the ending. Just so you can have Becky have a moment between two Irish people, yet you're sitting here booing Bianca Belair with her stepdaughter at the fucking top of the stage. But for me, D minus. But this is definitely not a D minus.
A plus extra credit.
If we do give this a D plus, it's D stands for
D for dirty. We giving it a D for dirty. The dirty era has begun. Yo, and this is what this whole night made everything John Cena said about us so fucking true.
Oh, we so fickle.
We're so fickle. Watching that whole crowd change for Dominic. I was like, is it me? I was like, because we know we like Dom. I was like,
I told Pachu, I told my father, because my father can't stand this kid, right? Like he gets real sensitive about the whole deadbeat dad shit. Like, dads, right? So I'm trying to explain it. I'm like, Dad, he's not. You really think he hates his father? Like, you really think that's what's happening? No, he's just really good at digging at it. And because he's family, it makes it better. This guy, I said to everybody, and I said to everybody, even in the chat or even on my watch alongs, this man, just when you thought you hate him, you're going to freaking love him. And you're going to give him that Eddie Guerrero love. And now look, we are in the dirty era.
That's Dominic
your
Guerrero
dude wipes,
right
okay? Your dude wipes.
That is Dominic Guerrero moving forward. I will no longer claim him as a Mysterio because we are in scumbag city right now.
Okay?
And it's free chicken tendies for everybody. Man.
No wipes. No.
This made me so happy, man. Like this made me so happy to see
and
this.
The cheering and the dirty Dom. I was like, look at this crowd.
Just
look at this crowd.
Think about it. WrestleMania 38. He was in a tag team match with Ray, Logan Paul, and The Miz. Okay, fine.
And he was completely different kid then. He was completely different then.
He's just Rey Mysterio's kid at that point.
Yes.
Fast forward to last week.
He's Eddie's son.
And he's holding a title with Eddie's hair and the nastiest mustache you've probably seen.
Ugh.
And we love him for it.
Love
like
it.
Seeing him build this character from that point to turning heel to now Dirty Dom match of the night for me, man.
And
I
see,
love
who says ex-cons can't make it in life? Look at this, man.
He a champion. Ex-con is a champion.
To Dirty Dom champion, okay?
My man's ran back down the ramp while Finn was there. Fuck out my way. I'm the champ. I'm the champ.
Do you think they told him to go back? Do you think they told him to go back to the ring?
Had to because
I think they did. I'm like, I think they did. They're like, Dom, you need to run back in there, get your moment, lift up the title. We need the shot.
I don't think nobody was expecting that. Like everybody, like he stayed in heel fashion, like, yo, let me sneak up out of here because I won. But he did not. I don't think even he expected like the crowd to like get behind him like that. And it was just that right there. I was like, that is a WrestleMania moment right there. That is a
highlight of the night for me, man.
Like A++, but D for dirty.
Yep.
Hell of a good match, dude. Hell of a good match.
Now it's time.
Back rolls.
Now it's time. The main event.
The last time is now.
The last time is now. John Cena takes on Cody Rhodes and has solidified himself as the greatest of all time. With 17 championships. Yes, HD. 70s stash indeed. I'm gonna save Deonne for last, and I'm gonna go first because I want to throw this out here. I'm giving this a C minus. No, fuck that. I'm giving it a D. I'm giving it a D because Cody Rhodes deserved better. Cody Rhodes deserved a way better match than this. Again, I'm so glad John got 17, but Cody deserved to lose that title way better than he did. And you know what? I will bump it up. I'm gonna bump it up. I'm not gonna give it a D. I'm gonna bump it up to a C because I went back and watched it on Peacock. He did what he needed to do because he certainly showed himself as Super Cody. Because taking avalanche attitude adjustment, taking 2 or 3 more, and still kicking out. But all around, that match sucked. And to watch Travis Scott come down a ramp for 8 minutes just to take a crossroads, no final boss. And just watching John Cena laugh, I'm like, I get you're trying to ruin wrestling. You didn't ruin it. It just made us angry.
That's the point. That's what he meant.
No, not even in a way of like, I don't want to talk about this match ever again. Like, you sullied your 17th championship with this. Because now I have to see Travis Scott with you the entire time. And the only thing I can even say is y'all better make this Travis Scott thing pay off. Like, I know Honey's not going to want to hear this. If Logan Paul would have came out and done this, I would have been way better with this result if it were him, because I know what he's bringing to the business, what he's continuing to do in the business. And it made sense that it's paying off. If this is just to get Travis Scott ready for his tour and we don't see him again, it's like, did y'all really just... And I get it. WrestleMania is known for celebrities. This wasn't it. Cody deserved way better than that. John Cena deserved way better than that. The fans deserve way better than that. Peacock deserved way better than that. Charles outside on the corner deserved way better than that. I'm going back to a D. It's still a D for me. D as in disaster, not dirty. Honey, thoughts and your grade on this match?
It's so funny because it's like, this is a match I don't even want to grade because I don't feel like it's worth grading because it wasn't that great of a match. But there are things that I will grade. But I don't want to do all of that. So I'm just going to keep it simple. I'm happy, very happy that, we unfinished a story and a new timeline has been set forth. So congratulations to John Cena. Shout outs to the Cody Crybabies. I have no words, but Travis Scott, stay your ass away from the ring, please. Just stay your ass away from the ring. And I'm not defending Dwayne. I don't give a shit about Dwayne. If he didn't show up, he didn't show up. That's not my problem here or there. He should have. Because I could have done without Travis Scott, and I get it. But I was just really excited about Cody losing the title and John Cena becoming 17-time champion. And great to know that we are amazing fantasy bookers, Councilman. But D.
Yes, we are. All right, Deonne.
D for Deonne. I'll give it a D for Deonne.
Don't you have like to go to work? Like, can you leave now?
I mean, shit, I can if you want.
Not a D for Deonne.
Okay.
Damn. Deonne, the floor is yours.
I'm going to say this. When that match started, it was very uncharacteristic of what a Cena match has been. He worked heel the entire match. He took powders. It was slow. It was nothing. A few high impact stuff. The AA off the top, all that stuff, and Cody kicking out. But obviously, we're going to critique the Travis Scott ending. Did not need to happen. It could have been something else. The Rock not being there made no sense at all either. But I really don't care what he really has to say anymore at this point. The finish, it was one of those shocking sort of finishes, right? It was like if Cena would have done all his moves. Well, if Cena would have done all his moves and got like a pop, like a Dirty Dom pop, it wouldn't have felt right. He doesn't want that anymore. Like his character is showing he didn't want that. So when that 3 came down after a low blow and hit with the belt, it legitimately finished and sucked all the air out of the building, out of the stadium. But it was quiet. It was done. It was like, wait, we just saw this. On that level, I get it. For a grade, I mean, I agree with Will. Cody deserved a bit better, man. A year run with the title and we lose it like that. It fell a little flat. And not for nothing, I'll just say I'll give it a D too. I'll put my name on it. I'll give it a D. I'll give it a D.
And not for nothing. If y'all call that Travis Scott Crossroads, that shitty ass Crossroads, a receipt, you are sadly mistaken. Well, I need Cody to bop him one right upside the ear, the same way he freaking did to him.
Yeah, because it's just
that was just totally like that was stupid. Probably one of the stupidest Crossroads I've ever seen. There's no shade to Cody.
I just do feel like the ending was supposed to feel that way, though. It wasn't supposed to be like a joyous 17.
No, because they wanted it. Everybody, what they're really doing with this is what I got from the ending, at least anyway, was that they're trying to remind us that this is not the same Cena. So he's not going to win the same old times and the same old ways he used to.
And give you that.
He's going to do things the heel way. He's going to tap it. He's going to ruin wrestling.
Yeah. Unapologetically ruin wrestling. So yeah.
And then
a D for me, man.
And then we saw how Monday went.
Yeah, I agree with Fernando, man. It should have been a lot more special. This gave me Backlash ending or Money in the Bank ending, not WrestleMania ending.
Do you take into his heel character? Do you give it any? Do you give 17 any credence then? Because he is a heel. He's trying something new that he wanted for the first time in a heelish way.
And unseen. I love it.
Yeah. No, I like that. I like the heel aspect because he was doing what he needed to do as a heel. Like match-wise, the match was not bad, but it was just like from what everything we're getting on and stuff. Good morning to you too, Denise. Thank you for joining us. For everything that we've been building up to get this right, and it's like that's the ending. And then again too, like you don't want to be in comparison, but like fresh off of 40 and you had a WWE end game, and then your go-to is Travis Scott, and then you know what too, I think what really bothered me is this dude gets a whole entrance.
Yeah, man.
They played his song 3 times. That's how long it took for him to get to the ring. It's like, yo, bro, this is a come out the crowd and catch him from behind at best.
Yeah, like that would have impacted. Oh, that would have been more impactful.
It was a lot of time that I felt like got wasted between both WrestleManias, where it's like, yo, this could have been filled with something so much better. And some of these endings, and this just like for 17, it's just like, what do we take away from that? Like, because we're not going to talk about the match. We're not going to talk about how that is. We're not going to talk about like, yo, this was one for the ages. Like him getting, I think what he beat AJ for 16. That was
the last one. Yeah.
That was way better than this match.
AJ versus Cena was epic.
And Royal Rumble was epic.
I was there.
And you had someone like Cody here to do that, to give you 17, and that's what y'all gave us.
I think it's different Cena though, man. I think that's what
a lot of people are forgetting. You have to remember this is not the same Cena. That's why.
Yeah, but this is the same Cody, and that's what should have made. That's what should have made this match pop. Like this match should have been something for the ages, and it just wasn't. Like it got sucked out by you trying to. Again, this is what happens when it's like, yo, you're trying to cater to this audience that don't really be here like that, and not worrying about your folks who have been rocking with you for over 20 years. That's what this match felt like. But I know we can't stay on it too long. We got 25 minutes before.
And I want to be here to talk about SmackDown, damn it.
Yeah, so we're going to breeze through Monday Night Raw real quick. It's the Monday after Mania. I will say it did not compare to SmackDown whatsoever. But we did start it off right. We got our implications.
No, not you.
No, not you, Deonne.
I am high fiving.
No. We too sweet. You're not getting this high five.
Yeah. So you ain't gonna stop me.
Wait. Do it again. What was that, Deonne? Do it again.
No.
I can't. I'm not catering to you. Insulting me. No,
I wasn't insulting him. I was insulting his former champion.
That's insulting him.
Oh, not rest
You heard a grunt, but yeah. So we have implications now that Randy Orton, John Cena, Backlash, St. Louis, title on the line.
One more time, running back.
Just your quick thoughts on this, of the fact of we're back here and the roles are reversed. Wow. Cena the heel, Randy the face. Yeah. Deonne, let me get your quick thoughts on this.
Man, the way Randy Orton slithered from under that ring and from under the ring and underneath the ropes.
Boy,
smoothest wrestler of all time. I can't believe we're getting this again. Like I wanted, when y'all fancy booked it, I was like, it does make sense, because I forgot about it being in St. Louis. But this is going to be one for the ages. I hope it's one for the ages. I hope it's not a similar finish to what we just got for Mania, a heel-like finish, but you never know. One more time for these guys. I'm here for it, man. Like, I know people back in the day got upset a little bit that, it was always Cena versus Orton. Well, damn it, 20 years of Cena and Orton. I loved every single match.
You're right. Give me more.
Because they were the faces. They became the faces of the company after Rock Austin were done. Yeah. This was their new class. This was their new breed. 20 years plus they've been at this thing. And if we get them one more time, Cena's last year, I'm okay with that, man. I want that. So
yeah,
love it.
I'm the same exact way. I love that Cena was in his full heel mode, Randy slithering in, and you just hear the shit. RKO. I was like, sign me up. Sold. Book it. Main event. Let's
now.
Honey, your thoughts?
I'm happy. I love when I'm right. I'm just happy it happened. I love I love when they do the nostalgia route. And I'm so happy that stop it. Please no, Stacey, stop it.
She gonna give her what he got for a poke chop.
She threw it at me like I was a showstop.
I like the way you do that right there.
You'll see Alexa Bliss on stage doing it. Just
I can't. But I'm
gonna be on the ground, and all you're gonna hear is hot shit. Ooh. Oh my God, it's Nelly. Nelly's here.
Nelly is here. It's St. Louis. St.
We
Louis.
didn't know he was gonna be here.
I'll cut that shit off. I promise you.
Right, I'll turn that shit off. Turn the TV off. But I'm happy. Like I said, I'm happy to be right. I love this Randy and this Cena. The tables have turned. The roles have been switched. I love And you know, with this, we're definitely going to get the punt that we were supposed to get at Mania, because who better to receive the punt than this John Cena? I'm happy about it. Do I think he's gonna win? Not necessarily, because you know how they do with them hometown heroes. Yeah.
The punt is
So
what
I'm just saying, but this is gonna be good, especially the lead up and the build up to it. We're not too far away from Backlash anyway, so this is gonna be really, really fun.
Yeah. What if the pun is what like make Cena like leave for a while, that we don't see him anymore? Because he's got 7 dates.
Yeah, that'd be
26
smart.
now.
That's how you
Like the
keep him away.
pun, he's gone for a while.
That's how you keep him away for a little bit. I would not be mad at that.
And he's been laid out every time, every week. He's been laid out. Just
that's good heel fashion though. That's heel fashion for Cena. I like it.
Laid out, and not even like Roman laid out. Like Roman got kicked and knocked out like Peter Griffin last week. Like, you know,
we're not gonna talk about that. We're not gonna talk about that. We
disrespecting my tribal chief out here, but Cena just. I think he took note from Cody. Whoa, you know,
man, he just laid out.
So like next match, because she's just the daggers, sir. The daggers. Rematch for the women's tag team titles. Becky Lynch, Lyra, 2 belts, took on Raquel Rodriguez and Liv. And Liv and Raquel made history, becoming 4-time WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. And this was the aftermath. Becky Lynch putting them paws on the bird lady.
Yeah.
Now,
just
your quick thoughts. What does this do for Lyra, and what does this do for the Women's Intercontinental Championship? Honey, let's start with you.
This should definitely show Lyra that you can't trust your heroes all the time. You know, she bigged you up in NXT, but now you're on her territory now. You're in the big time. You're in the big leagues. So time to you know, wake and bake and get your wings together, because the man is coming around, and she's come back around. So I mean, I didn't like the previous night between them, but considering that this was the result of that, it made sense. Overall, congratulations to Liv and Raquel as well. Shout outs to Jersey. I see you, Liv, girl. I see you. 4-time tag team champions, but then also this was to usher in getting Lyra a worthy opponent so we can finally become invested in her. So I thought it was cool.
Well, Lyra has the win over Becky last, right?
She does.
Yes.
So because she took the title.
So I felt like we could have gotten here in a different way. But hey, one night.
She could have just came back right here on Monday and just knocked her out instead of getting a belt for a night.
Well, no, I get it. I get what they're going for now. I get what they're doing. I still don't think it should have been at Becky's. At Bayley's
expense.
Yeah, definitely at Bayley's expense. But I get it now, because as y'all said, now this gives Lyra a chance to really show herself, like to really get a chance to step.
I hope so.
Yeah, from promo work, being able to talk this now, because it's a little more personal. So we get to see her hopefully a little bit on the mic as they work this. Yeah, and then with Becky,
her dark side.
Yeah, and then Becky being able to go for the title and stuff now, especially, and then getting her away from the Women's World Championship, being able to help shape up that division and get some more definitive people. So whether it's Lyra coming out on top as a better champion, like we saw with Tiffy, or if it's Becky Lynch having to take the titles, kind of like how we saw the New Day with the tag teams and being that totem pole for the people that's in that division.
Right.
I like that we're getting it, but I do agree with Deonne. I just don't like how we got there. But this right here,
did not expect this.
Baby, I was thinking of y'all when I saw this shit. I was like, hold up.
Now this right here, like, again, I get the what happened at the main event, but right here,
I know Cynthia was losing her shit.
Yo, the fact that they got it
too, like they went for a while too. I feel
they went for a minute. They had a whole match,
a whole segment,
and it delivered. Yo, I have never seen the fire that they have put behind Stephanie Vaquer and how she has just like not let anyone down. It's like, yo, she is still only like, yo, dude. I was like, I don't think people realize this girl wrestled back to back.
Yeah,
like she wrestled Saturday. I think she did something at World Sunday. She wrestled Monday and defended her title Tuesday.
Cinema.
This woman is incredible. The match was incredible. And then of course, and then to have my other little NXT babies, my little babies came out there, man.
I was happy.
Julia,
I was happy for y'all.
Man, I was like, oh, look at them, man. They out here. I was like, do we got a little
starting trouble
with Julia and Roxanne going? I'm liking what I'm seeing. Then it all got ruined when Rhea came out. It just all got ruined. So I'm like,
basically, Roxanne and Julia had the look on their face when mom says to defrost the meat and you forgot to do it, and she's already walking in the door.
But why is she here?
I know, Julia,
I know.
I hate that the crowd was chanting like "you effed up" or something like that, what they were saying, and I'm like, do we not know who Julia is? Like,
well, not. It's the thing that we've talked about before, bro. Like. WWE, it's not Julia's fault. WWE has not built that bridge over there to Japan, and then Japan has not built that bridge to start understanding how American wrestling works. Io is the perfect example of someone who has found that pocket of being able to be there and stay relevant. She's not falling off like Asuka. She's not falling off like Shinsuke, and she's had her moments where that could have done that. And Io is on fire right now. But for some reason, like Julia doesn't promote on socials. They don't have it to where they make like big stories about her overseas or where they have her come do press runs over there and stuff like that. Unlike Stephanie Vakura, like even pairing her with the Triple A acquisition. She's not from Mexico. She's from Chile. Yeah. But she's Latino, and they're going to embrace that. And you best believe she'll be a part of Worlds Collide in June, along with Money in the Bank.
Oh wow!
But they've been utilizing her, and it has been working. She's been everywhere. That's why I was just like, I get why they're trying to say it to Julia, but it's like, yo, that has nothing to do with Julia. That's not Julia's fault. We just need to find a better bridge. Well, not find a better bridge. Continue to build that bridge on Japanese wrestlers being able to be prepared to move into American style wrestling, and then also to us being able to have a better media outlet when it comes to Japan. Because if we can do it for anime, why wouldn't wrestling be one of the things that we can strengthen as far as that concern? But we got to see them two have an incredible match. Of course, we didn't get a finish because of the interference. And of course, the next implication for Io's title is fucking Rhea Ripley again. I'm just like, yo, like, do y'all tell her go out, or does she just walk out there? Like, what we doing? Like, at this point, I'd have rather the boat came out. Give me the boat. Give me Io on the boat. But
that
like,
match go hard though. That match would go hard though.
That match would be fire. But I'm with Amanatu, yo. Like,
I like the way you put that, Boza. I like the way you put that. Rhea has to deal with Roxanne.
Damn right.
You're absolutely right.
Understand that. You understand. Yeah, see, Boza know where it's at. But also we got a celebration of the new world heavyweight champion between Jimmy Uso and Sami Zayn. I swear I thought the tribal chief was gonna walk out too and congratulate him. Very cool moment. Not too much given, but I thought it was a pretty solid celebration for him. And then this was not expecting this at all. Gunther choking out Pat McAfee. Don't know what that's gonna lead to. Quick thoughts on any of this.
A match with Gunther?
That's what seems like it's gonna not only that, but even to Michael Cole's point and getting on his soapbox. Like, how do y'all feel about now commentary once again blending into in-ring performance? Like, are y'all here for what we just saw, or is this a little beneath Gunther after a title loss?
This might just be him snapping. Like, I hope there's nothing more to this. I know McAfee's supposed to talk on Monday, but there should be nothing else more to this. This is just Gunther just terrorizing everybody in the company, all the officials in the company.
This is Gunther unraveling.
Yeah.
Because he's had two big moments taken away from him in the biggest stage of the night, and he was embarrassed. So shout outs to Pat McAfee though for jumping in for Michael Cole, because he wasn't taking that shit. So shout outs to Pat for that. But not sure what this is leading to. I am interested to see what else this does lead to. Gunther is all a rage right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's right. Amanado-san he's been suspended indefinitely and fined. So not sure what else they're gonna do about that. But I think Gunther should just be unstoppable from here on out. Like he should just completely continue to terrorize the place.
I'm here for 3 more weeks of watching Pat McAfee get choked out. It never gets old for me. Choke the shit out of him. Like I face went red. Now I applauded. I like, yo, give me 3 more weeks of this out of nowhere too. Let him be in the crowd just mid talking and just.
Yeah, he'll be gone in about 4 months now, right? For college football. So
yeah, so I think that's another way they're trying to exit him out too. And then of course, he's back. He's back. Rusev is back. We heard the rumors. We knew he was signed. Came out, displayed dominance. I will say though, just because we're trying to breeze through a little bit of this here, will say though, did not have the same return as compared to somebody on SmackDown. I thought Rusev deserved a way better return than putting Otis in the accolade. So I'm a little bit concerned about that, but we gonna see what's gonna develop. But shout out
him
to
and Bronson, man. Him and Bronson. That's all I want.
That's all I want to see.
I want him and Bronson. I want him and Jacob. I want him and Braun Breaker.
And Braun Breaker, yes. And then we also found out that his wife, CJ Perry, aka Lana, has also signed a Legends deal with WWE.
They back.
Yeah,
Legends deal for Lana.
Legends deal for Lana.
Okay,
so
Legend, come on, Lana. Good for you,
so
girl.
we might see the Rusev Day return. Not sure, but we're glad to have Rusev back. Also, the Intercontinental title was on the line. Dirty Dom versus Penta.
I want this match to be run back at a bigger.
Yeah. We need this. I need this at Backlash ASAP.
It's so
phenomenal match. You know, Dirty Dom still reigning as the Intercontinental Champion. And
JD McDonough returned.
JD McDonough returning, just also implicating that Finn is going to get kicked out of Judgment Day, which would be hilarious. But this right here, we had the participants of the triple threat match all here at the end of Raw. Seth Rollins, CM Punk, Roman Reigns. And this is the image that needs to really tell the whole story. Now, we already saw CM Punk laid out, Roman laid out, Seth Rollins with Paul Heyman. But now,
my poor tribal chief,
Braun Breaker has joined this dangerous alliance. So, I know we can't get into too much because I really want to get us to SmackDown. Before Honey has to go. But just your quick thoughts, Deonne, on what we saw at the end of Raw.
Absolutely love this. It makes perfect sense. Obviously, Braun Breaker won't be anywhere close to the probably won't be close to the Intercontinental title anymore. So we get a good run with Dirty Dom. I'm looking at that. But a team up of Seth, Heyman, Breaker, and maybe some more people to be added to this sort of dangerous alliance. I would love to see this. It's a story that I didn't think I'd get from what's happened recently. Bloodline all the way to this. This just keeps going. Roman and Seth are tied together for eternity. They will be together for forever. They're Cena Orton. Like they're that close to each other.
Yeah.
I love this, man. And just the possibilities. It makes me look forward to what might happen on Raw the next coming weeks. Who might join? Is there a third person? Is there a fourth person? What's going to happen with CM Punk and Roman? Are they going to have to team up and do this? Because they've been knocked out a lot in the last month, courtesy of Seth Rollins. And now you got Braun Breaker, the muscle with him. Man, love it.
Honey, your thoughts?
I think that the future is in good hands. The future of wrestling is in very good hands. And as a Hall of Famer who wasn't a Hall of Famer when he said this, once said, like everything around you and in the world, we adapt and we evolve. We are looking at another evolution right in front of our eyes. We are ushering in new talent mixed with old school in Paul Heyman and being able to manage that and possibly coming up with another faction yet again or another Paul Heyman guy group. And I'm so here for it. I do love it. I do. Again, my heart breaks for my tribal chief, but Braun Breaker genuinely surprised me. genuinely surprised me. And once I saw the spear, I'm like, no, y'all didn't. No, y'all didn't. And you know what? I love it. I do love every single bit of it.
The first person in a hoodie not to help Roman. Like,
right.
That's why.
Right. That is also a very good point. All
that
black.
Yeah. I'll only leave with this one thing for them. Do not be surprised. I'm just going to call them the Dangerous Alliance for right now, but don't be surprised when the draft comes, that group is free agents to go wherever they want.
Oh yeah. Oh
just
to wreak havoc.
I just want to keep that in mind. I don't think they'll be signed officially to anyone. And you're gonna see them collecting belts.
They're just signed to Paul. That's it.
Yeah, that's it. But real quick, I do want to breeze through NXT. We had the women's tag team championships on the line. Liv and Raquel versus Tatum Paxley and Gigi Dolan. Great match between them. Gigi Dolan and Tatum Paxley showing why they are an incredible tag team. But of course, the champs continuing to hold their titles. Also, a little interaction between Zaruka and the tag champions. Hopefully, we see something a little bit down the line because I do not mind Ruka 3 belts in the near future. Do not mind that.
Right, I'm sorry. I love
Did not see her winning that match, but
I thought it was gonna be Lola, but I'm not mad that it was Sol Ruka. But Lola, I don't know what you did to the people in the back, but you need to get that handled. Also, Noam Dar returned and had a phenomenal returning match, crowning himself a 3-time NXT Heritage Cup winner, and absolutely no one cared because no one cares about that cup. So,
okay. But I like your idea of like fusing or unifying.
Bring
titles.
the UK title belt. Bring the UK title back. That's
just
all I'm asking.
Why just do that? Like, why?
Yeah. But honey, you got 4 minutes. We got to
get there.
Yeah,
let's just jump to it. Let's just go to it.
All right.
Thea Hale defeating Fallon Henley in a submission, and also seeing some of the cracks between Fatal Influence got very interesting as well. Joe Hendry having a phenomenal weekend and week. Yes, saw him at Fort Probe taking on Randy Orton at WrestleMania and then putting a foot in Trick Williams' ass and leaving some implications of champion versus champion against the Big Back Coalition leader. So hopefully we get to see more of that. And then, of course, Stephanie McCurr taking on Roxanne Perez. An incredible match, the match we've been waiting for to see, and it did not disappoint. Stephanie McCurr still reigning as the champ, and we do know that was Roxanne's official last match on NXT. She has now moved up to the main roster, but it does not say where she's been signed to just yet. And then implications of more people looking for the title within Jordan Grace and Julia. Don't like that they didn't have Jada Parker out there, but we will see what's going to happen. Thank you, Bose. It was a beautiful send-off. It was a match that we've been looking for between them, that we went on a full side mission for, but we got back to it. Now, we're getting the SmackDown. More words exchanged between Randy Orton, John Cena, once again getting laid out flat, back on his halftime, whatever those lyrics are. I know I just messed it up, but y'all know what it is. But yeah, just again, strengthening the match. They made it official Backlash at St. Louis for the title between these two juggernauts. We also had Fraxium moving on up.
Wait.
Deluxe apartment in the sky.
All right. And Deonne, I don't know, like I said this to Will. I will call them Fraxium from now on. I will stop with the Waxium because they're it. They looked good on SmackDown. They looked like they belonged there, even from their entrance. They look like they belong.
Solid choice to have them there. Deonne, your thoughts real quick.
Oh, I love this, man. Fraxium's on the main roster and on a good tag team roster too.
Yes,
so those are going to be some great matches for them on
SmackDown roster.
I can't wait to see them go up against everybody. Pretty Deadly, DIY, Motor City Machine Guns.
Profits is about to.
How about Ciampa with the no beard, man? I hope he keeps the no beard.
Weird.
No. Put it back on him. He had to get surgery. He had to get surgery or something, but he needs that beard back.
No. Throw that beard back, son.
Fresh face Ciampa.
Yeah. Fresh face Ciampa. Wow. But yeah, then we had Tiffany Stratton being confronted by Jade Cargill, and then an impromptu match was given where we had Naomi interfering in the match, doing some very weird Cinemax moves on Jade Cargill. Yes. So we know.
Jeff Hardy, that's what she was doing.
That's what we'll call it. Okay, we'll call it a Jeff Hardy. That's what we'll do.
Nah,
So,
yeah, that was just really weird. That was funny.
Yeah. But we can assume that we may be moving to some no, that's not right. That's not right. Okay. We're gonna get into some triple threat action with the return of Nia Jax.
Oh,
Wasn't pleased. Yeah, but wasn't pleased at this. I'm like, I'm not ready for this rivalry to come back. But
I am.
Why you forgot? You forgot?
No, not that I forgot, but I'm like, yo, man, let me.
The queen coming back to remind y'all.
Yeah,
Like, hold
let
up.
it drop,
Yeah, but
man.
let me see
He's like,
what
forward.
do something else. I get it. And she didn't get her WrestleMania
Exactly.
rematch. So I was like, I get it. But we can get some triple threat action, or if it's just Backlash, Nia versus Tiffy, I'll take it. I'm not mad at it. And then of course, something I wanted to like just really talk about that I'm loving is I'm loving how they have set this up for SmackDown, where John Cena is here with the title, and we're only going to have one person focus on this for right now, and how you've got all of these other people giving such importance to the U.S. title, because to have Drew there, to have Damian there, LA Knight, and all of these people want to go up to Jacob. You have brought prestige back to the U.S. title. You have made this thing matter.
America's Most Wanted. I want him to stick with that though, but yeah.
Yes, America's Most Wanted. And we do know that we had a triple threat action to see who'd be the number one contender between Damian Priest, Drew McIntyre, and LA Knight. But
speaking of titles that matter, and the part one of why I'm pissed off about SmackDown, because why is Nick Aldis playing with me in my fucking face? This deserved to be on the WrestleMania card. Why would you wait for this to happen? She deserved to have this moment at WrestleMania, and y'all decide to do this now. Why are y'all playing in my fucking face? I'll tell you exactly why. Because if they didn't have this on SmackDown and had it at Mania, SmackDown would be whack.
You hold it for SmackDown. Yep.
You have to hold off on something like this for SmackDown. It's not so much taken away from them. Trust me, I get your frustration, because I felt the same way initially. I felt it. But at the same time, I felt like I would not have had an enjoyable SmackDown after all of that.
So here's my thing. Both U.S. matches could have been switched. I love Jacob. Jacob did not have to win at WrestleMania. Jacob could have won on this SmackDown. Zelina definitely deserved to have that WrestleMania moment. And Chelsea Green. I'm just throwing it out there.
I understand why they did it, though. I understand why they did it.
I get it.
They were doing Zelina wrong for quite some time now. Quite some time. And she's finally got her first bit of singles gold in a great way. Chelsea was a great defender for that title to help look good in the ring. They both looked phenomenal. It was unexpected. I was very happy. I was very elated for my fave, my friend, my homie. Girl, you fucking did it. ZV Army, we are outside. Boricuas, you know what time it is. I was happy.
Yeah, man. I had a great conversation with Zelina yesterday about this. It was really good. I cannot wait to see this on her podcast. I cannot wait to see like what she does anime wise with her looks to go with this. It's just a solid look, man. Deonne, any thoughts on Zelina Vega as the new women's U.S. champion?
No, I think it's dope. I wouldn't mind seeing her and Chelsea go back to back, have a little feud running for a little while. I think that would be great for both of them and to establish that title a little bit more. But yeah, a title, come on, man. A title win on TV. I ain't gonna knock that ever. Like, I love a title win on TV, man. A title change.
I get it. Yeah. But speaking of the household though, and if you did not watch Honey's Friday night SmackDown reaction, that shit was hilarious.
Yo,
like I got a headache laughing so hard at Honey.
I raged out. I crashed out.
Yo, this is the one thing that took me out, Deonne, when she
yeah.
Yo, when her seat rolled back, yo, I was crying because that shit was fucking.
I had to move back, or else I was gonna just throw everything away.
But
I
it's
was
just the way you rolled. It was.
It's not even. It was funny. It's not even a rolling chair. It's my.
Oh my goodness!
It's my Extreme Rules chair. It's my Extreme Rules wrestling chair from
That
Philly.
make it even funny.
I was like, I didn't know what else to do because I was gonna start swinging. I was gonna throw my remote. I was gonna do something, but I was.
Oh,
Yo,
she dropped the mic. Everything.
I dropped everything. I was like, it was bad. It was
She
bad.
said, I don't care. I'm playing the music. I don't care. I'm playing it loud. I don't care. But if you're wondering what we're talking about, if you listen to the audio version of this, Aleister Black made his return on SmackDown this past Friday, laying out the Miz with a black mask. And I always shout out to the Miz because he is always that person that will make sure someone goes over.
He for sure is.
Bro, thank you. I didn't want to get into it because I know she gotta go. But the fact of like how to like, because if you
on that,
yeah, if you've seen this, if you've seen the footage, you can go on Instagram and go watch it as well. But yo, you'd swear she's in a rolling chair.
Yeah,
like I'm rolling back and it don't even look as smooth as Honey did it when she flipped out. But quickly though, Honey, your thoughts on Aleister Black's return to WWE?
I don't think I've ever had so much fun on my watch longs in a span of 10 minutes where all of my emotions just completely got the better of me and I lost my shit. Within 10 minutes of each other, Zelina Vega won a title and her husband debuted, and he's back home where he belongs, rightfully so. Great debut. He looks phenomenal. Can't wait to see how far they go with him. Like, bro, roll out the black carpet for my guy. This is my future champ right here. And I'm telling y'all now, okay? Right now. That's the future champ right there. That's my future champ. I don't care what y'all say. But Miz, you did an excellent job because you do what you always do. That's that Miz effect that Councilman you brought up a couple months ago, that you can't do no wrong when Miz is involved. He always helps to usher in somebody either returning, or you need somebody to team up with. You need somebody to turn heel. You need a heel for a big baby face. You need a red carpet. You need a highlight reel show, whatever. Miz TV. You got it. And Miz did his part. And of course, wearing all white, Miz, you wasn't fooling nobody. But at first, I really thought it was going to be Uncle Howdy. I thought it was going to be Uncle Howdy because the lights went out and I thought I was going to hear the piano note. I'm like, oh, okay. You finally caught up to the Miz because we still haven't kind of continued from that. But that guitar note was everything I needed to hear. Glad they brought back his original music, the original entrance, the floating up. Everything's still the same, like we never touched it. 5 fucking years, okay? Thank you so much.
Wow, it's been that long.
Welcome back, Aleister Black.
Oof.
Welcome fucking back. Fuck you, Tony Khan.
Tony definitely fumbled. Also, too, just even though it's not about him, why didn't Rusev get his old music?
Yeah, I didn't feel
I was like, yo, if I'd have heard that, Rusev, I'd have flipped my shit. I was like,
the symphony.
I was like, what the fuck is this?
You're right. You're right. That took away from it. That was like, it could have been way more impactful if you dropped that old track.
Thank God you had the shot of the LED screen for it to say Rusev. Otherwise, I'd have been like, who is this? Like I was like, okay, but like, yo, Aleister Black's, and then of course, Bo's had a question for Honey. Your thoughts on the doctor's order of Adam Pearce and Nick Aldis taking the reins of Monday Night Raw? They wanted to get your thoughts on that.
2 words. Good luck.
I would just not do anything. Like, I'm here to babysit. Y'all do whatever y'all want to do. Parents' way.
Yeah, but shout out to Aleister Black and his return, man. I can't wait to see what he does, especially with the way, again, they're building the U.S. title division and how they're setting the stuff up. It's looking a lot better. And then, of course, Jacob Fatu. I don't even remember who won this match. This is all I remember. It is, and I feel like this is going to be the picture for the next couple of months.
For sure.
And I definitely think we're going to get a Jacob versus Solo match very soon for this title as well.
For sure.
And I'm looking forward to it. But this right here, Why are they playing in my fucking face?
Because it would have been whack.
No. You could have replaced AJ and Logan with this match.
You know what? Not mad about that. I love AJ.
Okay.
I'm always down to not see Logan Paul, so that's fine with me.
Yo, Ciampa and Angelo going through the table at Mania? That'd have got that crowd on their feet. The 31st TLC match, and we don't have that in Vegas.
Really?
31st TLC match. And we don't have it at Mania. And by far, and look, I've been campaigning for a TLC match somewhere on one of these shows. Not only do you give it to us, but it's after, I don't care what no one says. The Street Profits deserved way better. I get it. I'm glad it was the main event. I'm glad y'all are displaying the tag team champions, but to Triple H point, this is where I will argue you on that. This should have been on the WrestleMania card. It made me feel like y'all was in the back. All right, that's enough blacks on the card. Damn it. I gave y'all enough of them, okay? Gave you plenty of them. All right. You got Jade and Bianca. You got Jade, you got Naomi, you got Bianca. Damn it. What more do you want from us? All right. I made Carmelo Hayes win the Andre the Battle Royal. What more do you want?
Well, that's gotta be like a tough position to be in if you got your match slots for wrestle. I'm not giving them an excuse or anything. I'm just saying that's a tough job to be in. Mm-hmm. I'm picking the card for WrestleMania night 1 and 2, and I know that he knows this was worthy. I'm sure he does. In the United States, I'm sure he knows that. But what gets on the card, and then what do I use to help the week after, or what do I use to? That's a tough position to be in, man. That's a tough job.
And I get it, but there's matches where it's like, okay, the women's tag team title match. So we got that instead of this.
That could have been that. It's in hindsight, though. It's Monday morning quarterbacking. We're looking at it like, yeah, that could have gotten off the card. But at the time, you're like, okay, this.
You are in it because we talked about it. At no point at any time were we acceptable about that particular match.
Okay,
we have been talking about that. And again, I'm going tag for tag because again, even with what happened, all of that could have been for the women's tag team titles. That could have been Monday after Mania. Becky Lynch returns, wins the titles. This upcoming Raw tomorrow. That's where the backlash happens.
Or she could have came back on Monday, lost, have Liv and Raquel retain, and then she turns heel.
Either way, but instead we get. But again, I get where you're coming from. I do understand your point, but I still say the Street Profits deserve to have been on that WrestleMania card, especially all of the tag teams, not even just Street Profits. All of these tag teams should have been on here. But this was an incredible finisher to SmackDown. This has
been a while since I found since I seen a really dope finisher like that for SmackDown in a while. Yeah. As far as like a match.
No, yeah. Out of the three after Mania and Stand and Deliver, SmackDown definitely won this match.
They closed it out. They closed it out for sure.
They did.
Hell of a 2-week run. Yeah.
Hell of a 2-week run.
I know they all tired as fuck.
We tired and we ain't even getting.
We tired. We're not even in the matches.
So I know they exhausted, but shout out to every single person within this WrestleMania week. Even from the stuff that we didn't talk about, not just WWE, but all the events that happened, like from Fourth Rope to Ashe Wrestling to ACW,
Heels Have Eyes,
to GCW, to TNA, to all of the people who were in the ring, all the folks who weren't in the ring and had to work this stuff outside, to the viewers, to everyone. Despite what anyone may think, despite what you may feel about the WrestleMania, if you want to call it mid, that's fine. It's your opinion. But I do have to say, from Friday of last week to this Sunday, if you don't think we didn't have the greatest time of our lives as a wrestling fan, then I don't know why you're watching this product, and I don't know why you're a part of it, because everything for us as a fan was incredible. Now go ahead.
No, I concur. And I was gonna have a clip for that, but I'll wait for you to finish.
Oh no, that was really it. That was really
okay.
it. You can play the clip.
Because if you know, whether you loved it, whether you hate it, damn it, you will respect it.
Off is the direction you can fuck.
and on top of that, just a huge thank you too, man. Like as a fan in 2025, to be able to consume this type of wrestling, be able to talk to y'all about it as well too, and just appreciate it, man. Yes, there's some good, yes, there's some bad, but at the end of the day, I never thought it would be this.
Yeah.
And living in this timeline with Randy Orton and Cena doing it one more time. I'm sorry, man. Call me naive, call me whatever. I love where we are. I love what's happening.
I love wrestling.
I watch it with a smile on my face every week.
Likewise. I did not miss a single programming this week. And again, just
you're not gonna catch me burning my jersey just because my favorite wrestler lost his title or anything like that ever. Like I'm still gonna watch my shit because I'm a dedicated fan.
Exactly. No hate mail, no nothing, man. It was incredible. But just like how we are big fans of the product, thank you for everyone that checks our show out and being fans of us, being here, joining us every weekend to be able to chat and talk about wrestling, jumping into chats as well. Again, I'm Aminatu, Sage D, Antoine, Boza, Fernando, so many of y'all that are sitting here watching this with us. Mackenzie, Lewis, thank you so much. Y'all are what helps us makes these episodes even funner with us just getting together. So we appreciate it. I'm tired, man. I'm hungover. It's a WrestleMania hangover. That's why the shades are on. But we got to get Honey out of here because she has to get to work. But join us next week. We will be talking more wrestling news. We'll get into a little more details probably about this past week, just some things that even I got into and stuff like that. But always check back with us each weekend, either Saturday or Sunday, where we are on the Kayfabe Podcast and we are always shooting the ish and keeping it real. Thank y'all, and we shall catch y'all next time. Peace.